here and just further their dominance. It's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Elliott now for the extra point. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And he missed it. Missed the extra point. No good. And the score remains the same.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
Blue 58! Right now, you got 58. Green again.
Out of the pistol, Warren. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Zach Bond, the All-Pro, makes the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's second and 8.
Hey, 88! Green 18!
They put Wilson in motion.
50!
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
Now Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Steeler first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Rodgers now. Hit as as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here and talk things over before third down. Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one's good for 16 yards.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
50.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
Go right! Get 300! Get 300! Inside.
Austin brought in motion.
26.
Throwing, Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A-Rod out of the gun here on third down. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
36 yards. And the Steelers first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
Gain of 7 brings up second and
So
goal.
we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal.
58. Back north.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he will score. Game on. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, very big touchdown there. Makes it a 10-point game. And now a chance to tighten this down to a one-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Metcalf, the motion man. He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers going up top again. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Great. Set. Delta.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Silver, set. Hey, 73. Hey, Silver. Delta.
3rd and long for Hurts. And he'll be taken down. They've got him back at the 50-yard line.
A 6-yard line.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
On the ground, Gainwell. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
Right. Back north.
Now Gainwell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
And this coach finds himself in a tough spot. He understands his team. They need 2 scores. But instead of taking the field goal, he decides to go for it. And what a job with the stop by this defense.
Set.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Great. Set.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. He's got this complete. That's Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Big-time play for Philly.
down.
It's a gain of 34.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So
that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Finding space at the 40. And he is out of bounds. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. Rodgers on first down. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Steelers first down.
Austin brought in motion.
At the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Rodgers. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end. And then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
They put Wilson in motion. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, but to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Elliott on now for the PAT. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. So they'll try it again from 5 yards further back. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good.
30, Steelers 6. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Austin now to return this. Now an opening past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
Now, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Nolan Smith. It's a gain of 7.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 35-yard line.
Great.
Again, it's Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Hurts to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
18.
Running left, it's Warren. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jaylen Warren, 41 yards. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Room here to run. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 17.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Hurts changing up the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
And goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
Hey, thumbs up, alert it. Hey, 73, 73.
He's going to get it again. And another negative play there as they stop him again. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line. The
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Plant. 18. Gun.
A handoff for Warren. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
What I continue to hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get 300. Box and box. Green 18. Zoom.
To throw is Rodgers. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
258.
They'll run it. Warren. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down.
18. 26. Zip.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Eagles 17-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at the shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Back north.
Rodgers now to throw. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down.
On the run, it's Warren. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
18. 2 300. Get 300. Screen it, get down.
Now Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
And 4.
Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Steelers.
All right. Win 18. Screen it, you down.
They toss it to Warren. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
No touch it. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. No touch.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third.
Steelers 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A nice little juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
318 inside. 10-30.
Here's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for a Steelers.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Get 300. Get 300. 158. Hey, 88. 88. 88.
Throwing now is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. Still fighting for more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's another
Over. Back to
First and 10 at the 18-yard
Jump
line.
out. Hey, give it.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin from 17 yards out. And the Steelers have retaken a third quarter lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Box it.
Rodgers will throw for it. That's caught. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
The Steelers first down.
Get 300.
A gain of 16 yards.
26.
First down, Steelers.
Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
It's second down.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers going to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, 27 yards. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14.
28. Eagles 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Great, set. Anyone else?
And Hurts going to move him around. Running left, it's Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
First down. First and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Smith here. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
The Steelers' 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
At the 21-yard line.
Now a run to Warren. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
At the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
158. Yeah, this.
Here's Warren. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 173 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now they'll audible to something else. On play action, Rodgers. get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren, the gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips and bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Warren diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14.
Steelers 35, Eagles 14. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And his throw is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go, set.
Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Screen 18.
Warren will try the right side. Down to about the 32.
Jalen Warren, the ball.
2nd and 7.
26.
He is brought down by Nolan Smith. A 3-yard pickup.
Hey, take 26.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Rodgers throwing here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, 88. Yeah, Liz, 319. Scoop again.
On first down, it's Warren. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second down and 4.
Teammate. 258. Cat 300. Cat 300. 319.
To throw is Rodgers. This one finds Austin outright. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Liz. Jump out. Jump out. Gun. Go to 50. 50.
Rodgers looking to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches.
Picked up by Andrew McCuba. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
180.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. They're connected quickly with Goddard. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.